Hey y'all, time to make it, man. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 32nd episode of Gegege no Kitarou. And to be honest, it was really nice to see Saiki Minato again after all this time. Because, for one, it's the hometown of the Gegege no Kitarou creator, so it's always cool to see that. And then when we did show it in the previous episode, it did look super nice, so gotta give props to the episode for having a plot relevant excuse as to why they have it, because when it pretty much starts out having like this flashback about, not a flashback, but seemingly like the Tengu area's destroyed by Belai, I can't really pronounce his name, and shit gets really real. It made the episode a bit more intense because this is actually an area that, at least me as a viewer, I actually care about. So that was nice. And then I like how it took advantage of the relationship between Mana and the Tengu. Because at the very least, it was nice to see some development from him when it comes to him gaining a love into Mana. And speaking of which, what is it with Mana and yokai? Like, almost every yokai, I mean, not almost every yokai, but a good amount of yokai fall in love with her. First, it was a rat man, then Wally Wall, and then Tengu. With the way this is going, Mana's probably going to have a harem of male yokai at this point. I would not be surprised. Seriously, it just feels like that at times. But it was nice to see him grow and mature. At first, with him struggling to do his training because of the feelings he has for Mana, because he thinks about her during training. And then it was nice to just see his progression towards the end, where Mana's like, love can make you stronger, and it's actually a good thing. And then near the end, where he actually utilizes that to like defeat the enemy Western yokai, I gotta admit, that was some cool shit. So from a character development standpoint, it did justice by the Tengu. The only downside is it kind of made Mana kind of stupid, because partway in the episode, Mana tries to like tell the evil Western yokai dude to stop, and I'm like, Mana, you've been with Kitarou and Neko so many fucking times to know that the majority of times, these motherfucking yokai, at least the ones that cause destruction and shit, they ain't gonna stop to be like, you know what, you're right, I'm gonna stop my evil ways, I'm gonna stop, you know, after being sealed 100 years, I'm gonna just change my mind, yeah, because I just had a change of heart. But no, that shit, come on now, Mana, you should know this. So that's kind of a small writing inconsistency from the writers. If they would have just taken, like, they really could just edit that scene out, just have the Tengu get his ass whooped, have Mana like a fair distance, me watching behind a tree, and then have Backbeard-sama pretty much call back Belai, I can't really pronounce his name, call him back in, and then the scene would have been much better, but it kind of felt like it regressed Mana's character a little bit, just going by the maturity she gained from the previous episode, so shows a bit in inconsistency in writing. I'm going to have to dock the episode a few points in that, and then aside from other issues, when you had Kitarou take on the Western yokai, and Kitarou was using all of his attacks except for the finger gun, and I'm like, where's the scene? Come on, Kitarou, try your finger gun. Maybe that can work. It's only towards the end where the Tengu hits the Western yokai in this weak point, and then Kitarou can get a finger gun in that he actually uses it. So that also felt like, it just felt like the writing staff, at least the writing staff in this episode didn't bring their A game. But at least this episode had other good things, like the scenes where Mana was cute reading this manga saying like, oh, the power of love. Those scenes were adorable. The scenes where Mana makes an excuse saying, hey, Agnes, let me show you somewhere cool, as little to like finesse herself to get a ride on Agnes's broomstick. And don't get me wrong, I think almost anyone would want to experience that kind of flight once in their life, so I can't blame Mana. So those scenes at the beginning were good. They made Mana feel like a natural girl character of her age. And those are pretty well done, I'm not gonna lie. So this episode was still mostly good, despite some of the shortcomings. And the art design was breathtaking, especially the sequence where Mana and the Tengu were looking at like at this huge view of Saiki Minato, and it looks so beautiful. So there was a lot of beauty. Or the background before the Western Yokai was kind of wrecked at the Tengu village. It looked pretty great too. So all in all, positives from the art standpoint. And while the animation was weak, the art kind of lifted it for the most part from a visual standpoint. And the soundtrack was pretty good. It had like definitely some Naruto Shippuden centric themes that were really, really nice. And yeah, overall, I'd say the episode was pretty enjoyable. Not great. It's not, probably, if I were to rewatch this, I probably wouldn't rewatch this episode again unless I were going to do like a serious review of the show. But overall, it gets the job done for a smooth 6 out of 10. Just a bit above average because of the humor and the Tengu character development, because it makes some of the episodic episodes in the previous episodes of the series have a bit more weight, and that's always nice to see. So anyways, guys and gals, rate down your thoughts on the episode, rate the video, comment, subscribe if you want to see more reviews, share it if y'all desire, and I'll see you guys later today, because I'm going to review episode 30. It'll be either today or tomorrow, depending on how quick my internet is. Alright, guys and girls, have a great and safe day. Bye.